Hi, beautiful souls. Welcome to Soul Test Podcast with your friend Ankita Juneja, back again with another episode for all of you. Before I start today's podcast, I'll take into consideration one of yours feedback that I'll try to go slow, but I also want to tell you if ever you find that my podcast or my video is too fast for you, you can just change the setting and play it according to your convenient speed so that you grasp it better. But I'll try to go slow so that you can better understand. So thanks a ton for sharing your feedback. Let's begin today's episode. Today's topic is really an interesting one and I'm sure you will find lot of value. So stick with it till end because today I will be sharing with all of you 6 points to see what is stopping you from doing your own work or your business. The first point is you feel that you are not good enough. This is something which we all experience whenever we want to do something new. We all go through this situation where we feel like we are not good enough and we feel like we are not qualified. Why anyone will listen to us and yada yada yada. But what we don't understand is as we start doing, that's how we will become good. It doesn't go other way. The more you do something, you will see that you're becoming better by taking action. So everyone suck at the beginning. No one is perfect when they start anything. If you go and watch my first video, you will see how pathetic that video was. I didn't even knew how to position the camera. That's how even my journey began. Over the period of time, I'm still learning how to become better with each video. So no one is perfect at the beginning. The more you do something, that's how you become good at doing anything and everything. The second thing which I see which stop people from doing is they feel like they don't have all the resources and equipments. Yeah, that can be true, but I think in today's time, we all have mobile. I have also started my journey from shooting from my old mobile, which was okayish. It did not had great camera back then, but that's how even I began. I didn't invested in fancy camera and having all the equipment. If I tell you, I even did not bought tripod or light. That was gifted to me by one of my friend who encouraged me to get into this thing. That's how even my journey began. But I haven't invested in buying all the fancy stuff. What I feel sad about is I see a lot of people buying everything and then not starting. This is not a good place to be in. I have seen a lot of people coming to me and I have also seen from my personal experience that at times to just make ourselves feel confident, we just go and invest in everything that is out there. But still we don't take action despite having all those things. It doesn't really matter if you have or if you don't have. What really matter is you put yourself out there and you start. It's okay if you don't have all the fancy gears at the moment. Even I don't have any. I have just upgraded my phone some time back, but before that almost for 1 year or more I was just shooting with my previous phone, and this was something like there was an upgradation with phone also. But I don't own any fancy stuff to record the video because I am equally in the beginning stage. So I just feel like for me, most important thing is to create the content with the resources I have. So I want to recommend you the same thing, that whatever you have, just start, because if you wait for having everything, you will wait forever because that will somewhere stop you from taking action. The third thing, which is an interesting one, which always comes in between all of us, is who will listen to us. We all have this fear where we feel like no one is going to listen to us. There are a lot of people who are great doing the great things. Why will people listen to us? Let me give you an example over here. There are tons of restaurants already out there, but we still see a lot of new restaurants outlets are opening. There are a lot of things for everything, but I feel as long as human beings exist, there will always be demand and supply. Your tribe will find you based upon how you resonate with them. And I feel we all have our own tribe. We don't cater to everyone. And you will find your own tribe when you put yourself out there. If you're looking to start YouTube podcast, I would say just start. Start putting yourself out there. Eventually, over the period of time, you will have your own tribe. And I can say this from my this experience of one and a half year, that I know this process looks so slow, but I know I'm not providing the content for everyone. It will not resonate with everyone. The people who are working on themselves and who want to become their best self will resonate with my content. Not everyone will follow this content. So this is how you narrow down your niche, and that's how you speak to people, because the people who resonate with you, who are in the similar journey, will find you sooner or later. But what you have to do is you have to start somewhere, and that somewhere will never come unless you take action now. And I think the best way to start with anything is see what you were struggling before. What are the things you were going through 1 year back and you have overcome? It sounds easy, but that's where the golden nugget is. Go and start talking to your previous version. See how you have overcome that challenge, how far you have come, and that way you can just help other and you can just share how you have overcome from that particular thing. And that way probably the person who's struggling for the same thing today will find relevance and will resonate with your content. So there always be people who want to listen from you. Sometimes it's like we listen to the things over and over again, but the way someone tells, we just vibe with that energy and the way they tell. Everything is out there, but it feels new because the way someone is telling us. Otherwise, no one will make anything. People will not take action because everything already exists out there. But sometimes all it takes is a reminder. So be that reminder in someone's life, and people will listen to you because we all need reminders. Fourth point is being perfectionist or fearing like to be right. This perfectionist will always keep you paralyzed and it will never allow you to take action. I have waited so long and I haven't taken action, just thinking like I'm not perfect, I don't have all the knowledge, I will do it when I gather enough information, when I master. But I realized like this was keeping me stuck and imposter syndrome was coming in that situation. It wasn't allowing me to move forward. But on the contrary side, what I started doing is I started putting myself as imperfectionist. I never come across as someone who is expert or guru or something like that. I never claim that thing because I am work in progress. I share with all of you, being a friend, whatever I am learning, the way I see like these things are helping me in my journey, that's what I share. And when you come from this place where you want to help others, where you are just helping others being their friend, you will see that it will help you to take more action and you will be more excited. And in the personal life also, I am just like this. I am just helping my friends. And that's how my journey even began. I always used to help my friends whenever they are in trouble or whenever they need any advice. They used to come to me and I always used to be there for them, and I'm always happy to be of service whenever they needed me. Eventually what I realized is I started feeling drained when I was having lot of one-on-one conversation, but there was this curiosity to help others, and eventually that thing has led me to start YouTube and podcast, because I was like, if I do the same thing through this channel, through this medium, I will be able to impact more people and I will be able to help more people. I was doing the same thing what I was doing for my friends, but now that audience, that platform become wider for me, and I started enjoying this more because over here there is not one-on-one energy that is invested. So I am not totally occupied with other person energy, but I'm just putting out the things and I'm helping to the wider audience. So when you take this approach, like yes, you want to help, you want to create an impact, and you have this curiosity and you're driven with this service attitude, you will see that you will be always excited. And I never see this YouTube or podcast as a short-term game. I know as long as I can, I see this as a forever thing for me because I enjoy doing this. I will try to keep up with this thing for longest year because I enjoy doing it, and I hope I continue enjoying this thing. The day I feel like I'm not enjoying this thing, I'll just stop doing it, because this is not something I'm pressurized to do. I enjoy helping others because that is my second nature, and I thoroughly do it from like heart space, not from a place where there is a compulsion to perform. want. So once you figure out this sweet spot, you will see that you will never be stuck with this perfectionist spot, because I think this is the most consistent thing in my life, and it is because I thoroughly enjoy doing it. So find something which you enjoy doing, where you can help others and you can equally enjoy doing it. So it's a win-win situation. The fifth thing, which even I didn't know existed, is fear of being successful. It might sound cliche, because I also came across this concept when I was listening to other podcasts. Whatever I'm doing, it is something not like everyone opt for. If I tell you about my own personality, I am not a girl who will ever indulge into gossip. My mind function for success, for business, and for all those kind of things which are male dominated in our society. But what I did not realize is somewhere I am fearful of being successful too. When it comes to charging for my service, when it comes to asking for money, I saw like there was this gap, not feeling good enough or confident to ask for that money. And I realized like, okay, this is something where I'm happy to help others and not ask for money. I have seen this thing with all males. They never do it for free of cost. But being a woman, I had this thing inside of me where I felt like, is it good to charge? I'm just giving you charge as an example. But I realized this was stopping me, because somewhere unknowingly I self-sabotage my own success. And I realized like I have to have this mindset shift, and I'm literally working on this thing like, yeah, if I'm providing value, I can ask for money. I deserve that thing. And this is something which I'm still working on, but I realize this is something I really need to work upon. Because if I don't charge for service and value I'm providing, after a while I'll run out of that energy, because the energy is not reciprocated. So if you are a female listening to me, you will relate to it more, because this is something which I have seen most of women struggling with. Because sometime back when I actually attended women entrepreneur meetup, I realized like this is the common thing which lot of women go through. A male will ask for the same service 5,000, and probably women will hesitate to ask $1,000 for the same thing. This is the big difference, but I have seen like this is true. But we need to change this thing somewhere, and you have to, rewire yourself for success, considering that yes, like you are equally valuable. There is no difference. And that's how, eventually you will feel like, yes, you can charge for whatever service you're providing. And even I'm working on the same thing. Like my value, my energy is so precious, and I can demand for what I'm providing. I'm not saying someone to pay me for no service, but when I'm providing service, I want that person to value and know my worth. And we have to somewhere work upon ourselves for us to become successful. So just see like if you're struggling somewhere unknowingly with this thought that you're self-sabotaging your success, because sometimes we feel like you cannot outgrow a man. But today I really want to say this thing like, yes, you can be and you should be more successful. No one's success should be defined based upon their gender. It should be defined from your potential, from the things that you're providing, and it should be equal. I know I went little longer in this point, but this is something I really want all women out there to work upon. And the last and most important thing is fear of other people's judgment. Yes, sometimes we are fearful and we don't put ourselves out there because we feel like what other people will think. But as you grow older, you will see that no one gives a damn about you. You will see that everyone is just busy considering their own life. No one gives a damn. We just create that story in our mind which just stops you from taking action. When I was thinking of starting this journey, I also had this thought like what people will say and blah blah blah. I am in this journey for more than 1.5 years. Even my family don't know about it. And I have kept it intentional because I want them to know when I grow and I become bigger. And one more thing, I was just thinking on this thing today itself. In future, when I go into the interview format, my dream guest would be my father. I really want to interview my father on this show where we are going deep and we are bringing golden nuggets for all of you. I will be waiting for that day to happen. I was really thinking about it today itself, like I am really waiting for that moment to happen when my father comes and when he becomes raw in front of you and you see how that daughter and father equation goes. I'm sure you will be mesmerized seeing that conversation. Finger crossed, because I don't know when that thing will happen or whether it will happen, but it is dream of mine to bring my father. But I only want that when this channel grows and it becomes bigger, because that's when I want to see my father to witness all this thing and have his genuine expression. So finger crossed, probably that day will come sooner someday and I will be able to bring for all of you that conversation which I will be looking forward to happen someday. This will be my manifestation. I don't know how long years or how much time it will take, but I really want that day to come someday. So these were the 6 points I wanted to share with all of you. I just want to say in concluding note, go out, put yourself out there, because once you start sharing what you have, that's where the momentum will build up and that's how you will feel confident, because you only feel confident when you take action. It doesn't go other way. So you will never ever be fully prepared and you will never feel confident unless you start doing it. The more you do, that's how the confidence will come. So start taking action. I'm sure you will build that brand, you will build your dream life once you start taking action. Now it's your turn. I'm looking forward to read your comments, share your feedback, and if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and be part of this tribe. And if you're listening to this episode in any platform, please do write us a review. It helps us to reach to more people and it means a world. Thanks a lot. I hope this episode was helpful to you some way or the other. Sending you with lots of love and light. Signing off from my side. Until next time, keep shining bright. Bye bye.